Here's how Europe's best cities ranked in the 2023 report, released April 19, 2023. 1. London, England. Despite a year when England's longest reigning monarch passed away. Despite 3 prime ministers in mere months. Despite much warranted hand-wringing about the flight of talent and capital due to the pall of Brexit, London is hanging in just fine, relying on a dipping currency to attract investment and, of course, previously priced out tourists. And new residents. New wealthy residents who can now afford to check off a big item on the multimillionaire bucket list. Property in the best city on the planet. Whether you're outdoorsy, hungry, or bringing a family in tow, there's a distinct London neighborhood to investigate, and it will likely look different from your last visit. There's a veritable hotel boom happening. The opening of the Raffles London at the OWO is the biggest news, though we also have our eyes on the new Mandarin Oriental in Mayfair Street. Regis London, Peninsula London, Park Hyatt London River Thames, and 1 hotel. 2. Paris, France. No matter how they arrive, what Paris visitors new and returning find is a city that has codified pedestrianism and alfresco living, noting Mayor Hidalgo's legislation of a citywide speed limit of 30 km per hour and obsessive addition of bike paths. While the city has been racked by unemployment and economic calamities since 2020, Paris, while much improved from 2021, still ranks number 27 in our poverty rate subcategory that tracks residents living under the national poverty line. The walkable city ambition has aligned with the need for natural therapy and outdoor social distancing. Nowhere is the transformation more dramatic than along the River Seine in the heart of Paris's tourist district, near Notre Dame Cathedral and City Hall itself. With the reduced car traffic, this is now Paris's town square, in a city with dozens of historic spots worthy of the honor. 3. Amsterdam, Netherlands. Amsterdam is a tiny but mighty dynamo to keep an eye on, led by visionary Mayor Femke Halsema, literally. She's also a filmmaker, the first non-interim female mayor in the city's history. Her administration's practical stewardship of a place, and citizens often abandoned to the tourist euro is co-authoring a future of accountability by everyone who calls the magnetic Dutch capital home. With non-stop flights available from most U.S. cities, Amsterdam's easy accessibility, and beautiful canals and world-class museums, make it a popular stop for any Euro trip. In addition to its top-notch cultural offerings, Amsterdam is also on the forefront of sustainable tourism. In 2018, one hospitality company started to repurpose Amsterdam's out-of-use bridge houses into charming standalone hotel rooms, and by 2030, all gas and diesel cars will be banned from the city. 4. Barcelona, Spain. Barcelona is an almost ideal European city, one with near-perfect weather year-round. Miles and miles of beaches, iconic parks, Gauda's iconic architectural landmarks, and colorful neighborhoods that march to their own beat. Artistic, sophisticated, bohemian, it's also becoming something of a tech hub, attracting 1.6 billion euros in startup investment in 2022, according to Catalonia's Startup Hub. Access is facilitated by Spain's official launch of a digital nomad visa in February, requiring that applicants pull in a minimum annual income of $33,000. Additionally, the city's workation program supports digital nomads looking to work remotely from Barcelona. Mayor Colau has also delivered on her promise to reach 125 miles of bike lanes, with another 20 to be completed by 2023. As part of the mayor's Superblock initiative, parking and roads have been replaced with playgrounds and public seating. 5. Zurich, Switzerland. Switzerland's financial center and largest metropolis is a magnet for foreigners who, along with multilingual Swiss nationals, enjoy one of the world's highest standards of living. The city ranks second on the continent in our disposable household income subcategory, trailing only fellow Swiss city Bern and No. 3 for Fortune Global 500 headquarters, trailing only Paris and London. Given the city's emergence post-pandemic, it's no wonder unemployment has plummeted to under 3%, meaning the city is today the second most prosperous on the continent based on our data. Switzerland has made sustainability a top priority across the country, going so far as to call its efforts Swisstainable. There are more than a few ways to have a low-impact trip here, starting in Zurich. 6. Madrid, Spain. Madrid, sometimes overlooked for Barcelona's beaches and parties, is confidently telling its story these days. Perhaps the biggest news is Madrid's beautiful measures to combat climate change and pollution, by way of a 76-kilometer urban forest network with nearly 500,000 new trees. This green wall is projected to help absorb 175,000 tons of carbon dioxide per year. 20-plus new hotels and nearly 100 restaurants that have opened, or will open, in an already culture-rich city bouncing back from the pandemic in a big way. Many of the high-end hotels are committed to reuse, from the Madrid edition by Marriott International, housed in the old Monte de Piedad de Madrid building, to the stunning Metropolis building's new life as a boutique hotel, spa, private club and home of multiple restaurants. 7. Berlin, Germany. No surprise here. Berlin ranked in the top 5 for culture, museums, and nightlife, attracting visitors and residents alike with its raw, unabashed urbanity and self-expression. New this year, 2 major museums have moved into the new Humboldt Forum in the heart of the city, the Ethnological Museum and the Museum of Asian Art. A dozen other museums are set to open, with collections ranging from the world of the samurai to video games. On May 25, 2023, the European Sleeper Night Train will launch its inaugural service between Berlin and Brussels via Amsterdam. Operated by a Belgian-Dutch railway company founded in 2021, the European Sleeper is a mid-tier private train line with lie-flat beds in cabins that can be booked privately. It gets you from Berlin to Brussels in under 12 hours. 8. Rome, Italy. Few cities serve up the ability to walk Western history like Roma, and declarations of love for the city have multiplied with social media channels, of course, and Rome trails only London and Paris in our important promotion category, including number 2 for TripAdvisor reviews and number 5 for both Facebook check-ins and Google Trends. 2 big upcoming hotel openings will also bring the heat later this year. The first Sixth Senses property to open in Italy, in a UNESCO-listed palazzo minutes from the Trevi and Pantheon, and the Bulgari Roma, from the Italian jewelry brand, comes home in late 2023, with chef Nico Romito, of 3 Michelin-starred Real, running its dining room in an Abruzzo monastery from the 1500s. Veteran luxury hotel group Four Seasons will be moving into a 15th-century palazzo a stone's throw from Vatican City, a rare hotel that close to the Holy See. Expect it to be a major opening in 2025. 9. Basel, Switzerland. The livability of Switzerland's third-largest city is a sight to behold. Locals certainly savor their city's special blend, and, given Basil's number 5 ranking for our overall people category, including 3 for foreign-born residents, and number 8 for both educational attainment and labor force participation, they're spreading the word to fellow high performers. Meanwhile, June's Art Basel will be one for the ages. After the cancellation of its 2020 50th anniversary, the event's months-long delay in 2021 and then the long-awaited return to a regular, albeit conservative, schedule last year, anticipation is at a fever pitch. AMA Waterways has a new Rhine River cruise itinerary that we're excited about. The 7-night, captivating Rhine cruise sails between Amsterdam and Basel, with stops in Germany Cologne, Rudesheim, Ludwigshafen, and Breisach, and France, Strasbourg. It's a paradise for wine lovers. 10. Geneva, Switzerland. A globally vital city in a snow globe. Geneva comes close, says residents. With just over 600,000 residents yet home to the European seat of the United Nations, the international headquarters of the Red Cross and more than 200 international organizations, the city does well by doing good, ranking number 5 in Europe for educated citizenry, number 24 in our foreign-born residents subcategory and number 4 for the disposable income they bring home. To see the full list of Europe's 100 best cities, visit worldsbestcities.com. Read on for the best cities.